Yo. How you doing? Alright, mate, yeah. I've had 2 sessions with a sports psychologist, mate. It's got away, I ain't played a game since I've been talking to her, so yeah, it's hard to do it all at once, isn't it? So because it feels so uncomfortable. It's mentally draining. Yeah, it is. It's quite hard work. I literally just tried it for 20 minutes. I'm meant to do 20 minutes. Got to like 7 minutes in, I'm just like fully concentrating, like trying to replicate match, and oh man, I'm drained. I see you got home base. I see you got left on the old live after the game. Yes. That went even bad, didn't it? If it was me, I would have said the worst things ever, and I would have gone and ignored it. Yeah, it's their internet, that's why it's so temperamental, so intimate. 1 minute's fine, and the next minute, it could be someone in their house is logging onto the internet, it literally throws it all off. But yeah, what you said was true, I mean, nothing bad. I can just imagine me doing it, I would be like, he is crap, he's useless. Yeah. Yes. Well, sometimes my internet, every now and then, like, the screen will go black. I'm like, I've got things with technology. Sometimes you don't even know why. You ain't changed nothing, and something completely changes. You're like, what? I couldn't do technology. I can imagine me going around someone's house, trying to fix their internet, right? 1 minute's fine, and the next minute it just goes off the walls. I not throw that laptop against the wall, going, I'll be back in a minute with nothing. See you later. Best of 9, double in, double out, 101. Cut for it, yeah. I've played tournaments like that, and you lose the worst players ever sometimes. You go 101. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. You know yourself, if you got the throw and you got 2-1, you miss 3 darts, you don't lose the leg. End of. working how much? I saw you got. Was you running or riding a bike? I saw. I can't remember. No. Was it bike? Which one do you prefer? Yeah. Oh, I've got a really bad Achilles, so I can't even run. It hurts when I walk. I played golf the other day. I swung up my first tee, drove straight off. My Achilles killed ever since. I'm like, oh, God, finished. Yeah, I was just like, I'm definitely finished.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm already eyeing up my nan's scooter.
Here we are, another Sunday afternoon, another Champion Series that we are delighted to bring you for Streamed Darts. We can't wait. Generations collide. 4 amazing talents at different points of their darting career. Aaron Monk, Fallon, Sherrock, Martin Adams, and of course the 16 times world champion Phil Taylor are in action this afternoon.
Chris,
they play each other over the best of 9 format. We can't wait. Some absolute cracking games on the horizon. We're going to head inside now. Going to go up to the studio where we'll be joined by Chris Mason, and we're going to have a look at the games as they happen. We will see you all after this short ad break. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Here we are back in the virtual studio, and we've got Mace the Ace, Chris Mason with us. Chris, another MODUS Champion Series to look forward to after the huge success of the one 2 weeks ago, and what an absolute belter of a lineup.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, well, what a week we've just had in the MODUS Icons League. Record averages, incredible performances, and it's just exciting. I love these Champion Series. It's a little bit more relaxed. You get a little bit more of an insight into the players. They take it very seriously, of course, as we've seen in the last couple of weeks with Phil knocking in a near 111 average. So it's great for fans just to have an alternative look at what goes on with the players and how they approach these matches.
Talking of the governor, like you say, last time out, like he'd never been away from the sport, like he'd never retired.
Yeah, he's. I mean, we go on about the new gen and the next generation of players, but it just shows you how good he still is. And talking about that, I mean, Martin Adams' performances yesterday, what did he have? 400 plus averages?
Yeah.
The guy's 63, and him and Phil last weekend were going at it hammer and tongs, and it was just a pleasure to see. And although people may not know, Martin did play in some PDC events, and they played in some big matches, but wouldn't it have been great to have seen them two in their pomp, battling it over 13 sets or something like that? I certainly would have bought a ticket. Yeah, it's great, and it's just great to see Phil enjoying his darts so much, and playing with a relaxed nature. He was the consummate professional during his career, and I love seeing him in this environment now, and he's nice and relaxed. Of course, we see it. We do a lot of exhibitions with Phil, so we get to see all the guys in their comfort zone, and it's just a great way of looking at it.
Lots of talk on social media as well after we've done this. There is room for some sort of seniors tour event, isn't there? The interest is there.
Yeah, I keep getting asked, am I going to play? And I'm far more comfortable sat in this seat, thanks very much. And especially with some of the darts I've seen from, Aaron Monk, who's in the lineup today, of course. He had a 9-darter against James Hubbard a few weeks ago. David Evans has had sort of averages. He just seems to constantly average in the 100. Jason Askew, Boris Koltsov, Fallon. I wouldn't want to be playing Fallon for me dinner every day, that's for sure. She'd have me dinner money off me. But I think, I don't know, I think there's so many good senior players now. It would be tough to narrow it down to a field of 8 or even 16. There's still so many really, really capable players out there that are still actively, trying their hand. People like Martin Adams, people like Daryl Fitton and Phil and the like. So it would be interesting. Keith Deller's playing some unbelievable darts right now. I speak to him regularly, saying he's practicing more than ever at the moment. He said he's playing some really tidy stuff. So I think there's scope for it. I think what this has given us is an alternative look at producing stuff for online only. A lot of fans now that tune in for the MODUS stuff are watching it on their smart TV. And to be honest, the production is good enough, even from at home, you could possibly do it. But you imagine if we did it in a studio setting for online only, it would look fabulous on your 4K smart TV.
Absolutely, Chris. Well, today is no different. Another huge Champions League series, 4 players, 4 different players as well, which I'm looking forward to seeing. Obviously, Martin, we've seen fabulous still. Aaron Monk enters the frame, the first ever PDC World Youth Champion, and he is a huge talent in this game still, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately for Aaron, he's not as mentally strong as he'd want to be. But it's been tough for him. He was touted to go all the way. I think he beat MVG in the final of the 2011, and you look where their career paths have gone. But in terms of talent, he's right up there. Some of them finishes he was producing. What did he do? I think it was last week. Treble 17 tops ball. I mean, it was just absolute filth, and it was against our pal Paul Nicholson, and I think he tweeted filth. Obviously, all in good banter. Yeah, I mean he's approaching his 30s or getting in that direction. So there's still plenty of time. It's not over if you don't win a world title before you're 30. And of course, we've seen Peter Wright win his first world title at 49. So plenty of time on his hands. He's seen a sports psychologist, I think, which I think can only be an advantage, even if it gives him 5%. He does get frustrated because he is so talented, and we've seen loads of players like that over the years. But maybe you mature late and come again. You never know with him because the talent is still there. Like we said, he's at a 9-dar in our Icons Live League, and loads of averages in excess of 100, some monster finishes, and some great games. So he's gonna be up for this today, and he'll fancy it.
Well, an interesting tweet from Joe Cullen, I think it was last weekend, that he said coming through at the same sort of time was Aaron, Joe, Michael Smith, and MVG, and Joe openly admitted that Aaron was the best of them all.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was head and shoulders above everybody, including MVG at the time. I used to play darts with his dad, Colin, for many years. So I watched him sort of really evolve from. I remember him when he was 6, 7 years of age, and then sort of 12 or 13, and really a talented youth player. But some people it just takes longer. There's no drama over it. There's no because he hasn't done it yet, he can't do it in the future. I think there's plenty of mileage in the tank. He's a really fit, healthy kid. Always looked after himself. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of these that around about 30 years of age gets a tour card and then goes on this mental run.
As well, just keeps getting better and better and better. It's now getting to the point where it's scary how good she could be. What we're seeing playing at home, when you put her on that big stage, it's just going to go to another level again.
Well, we know that when she's on that big stage, that's the environment she likes being in. Most players, it takes them years to make that transition from being a great floor player. Some never make that transition. Some people never replicate. Our pal Ian White is one, for example, rarely replicates what we know he can do on the floor, because if he did, he'd be winning titles. That's just a fact. You look at his averages, his stats, everything matches up to anybody that's won TV titles. So Fallon is the complete opposite. Her performance at the World Championship under extreme pressure. And what were we told constantly after that? Oh, she'll get found out. The 4,000 people or fourth dart, and well, that's literally thrown that idea right in the dustbin, because again 3 weeks ago when we were talking about Fallon, we had this discussion. Can she be the first player, probably since Trina and Lisa, to take it to another level? And you've got to include Anastasia in that argument as well, of course, to take it to another level. I think she's taken it to a level that we've not seen before, and that's all due respect. How highly I rate Lisa and Anastasia and Trina, but she's hitting and approaching averages over 90 and approaching 100 more than anyone I've ever seen. And the amount of 180s and big finishes under pressure, I don't think I've seen anything like it.
No, agreed, mate. Well, we're only minutes away from our first game now, so a quick ad break from us. Well, everyone, welcome back. The first game is almost upon us, mate, and it is Martin Adams against Aaron Monk to open the show. What a mouth-watering game this is.
Yeah, and Aaron's had had the previous week off. He's had a bit of rest where Martin's been at it. He loves it. You know, this is a guy that's won 9 British pentathlons, which is the most grueling event I've ever played in, that's for sure, including some of the big opens. And yesterday, he was in imperious form. I think he averaged in excess of 100 on 4 occasions. It's going to be a toughie, this, for Aaron. But Aaron usually comes out of the blocks quite strong. And it's important in this one he gets a good start. It's a race to 5, best of 9 legs. So a little bit longer than what we played during the week. But again, for Aaron, has to make a good start, because as soon as Wolfie settles and he gets into that zone, we know he can play at a level just maybe more consistent than what Aaron can.
Like I say, I totally agree. The start is absolute key to this. I think if Aaron can get a lead, I think Wolfie might struggle to reel him back in. But then vice versa, if Martin's in front, I don't see Aaron reeling him in either.
No, I think they're both great front runners. I think they get a lot of confidence from leading, and then I think what they tend to do, they both relax and then play within themselves. I think whoever goes 2-1 up wins the match.
Well, I'm going to go for a Monk win in the first one. I think he nicks it I just think there'll be a big finish somewhere that will separate them.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Wolfie 5-4.
Nice. Well, we're going to take you to the action now, live on the stage.
And welcome back to the MODUS Champions Series in association with Red Dragon. Racing a couple of hours of darts to you, brought to you as a bit of a bonus by MODUS. First up, Martin Adams against Aaron Monk. Following that, Fallon, Sherrock versus Martin Adams. Phil Taylor versus Aaron Monk. Fallon versus Aaron, Phil versus Martin, and our final game of the day, Phil versus
outside.
If it's half as good as what we've seen
outside
last weekend, in for a real treat. All the matches, best of 9 legs, first to 5.
25.
So 25 or better.
25.
So Martin to throw first this time.
Outside.
$25. What best man?
Aaron has won the ball. Martin finished second yesterday in our Icons of Darts live league, winning
100.
5 out of his 6 games. He's in great form. I think he had 4 averages over the ton.
60.
Martin was involved in our Champions Series that we brought you 2 weeks ago. Highlight of that day was his match against Phil Taylor.
100.
Missed a few doubles in the end, which crushed his average down to 96.11, but it was 5-3 to Phil. Phil averaging 110.86. There was 7 180s in that one.
140.
It was an absolute cracker and a great watch.
$60.
week off from the
85.
icons of darts after pretty much playing what felt like every week for the last 7.
140.
9-darter, of course, against James Hubbard. It was about week 3 or 4. Finished up with a massive 108 average. Of course, last week,
100.
the record held by David Evans of 113.86 was beaten twice on the same day by Boris Koltsov. 115 plus in one game, and 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, dropped in 116. Poor Mike Warburton got beat 4-2 despite averaging 110.
Game in 3.
And that's a 116 break of throw in 15 darts. Well, Martin Adams, strong start. Both myself and Barzi felt
Oh, we were wrong ones.
start was key.
45.
For both players.
$59.
$41.
Certainly did have an incredible day on Friday. Unbelievable darts.
60.
$60.
100. Come on now.
Was the PDC Youth World Champion back in 2011.
100.
Ultimately, the year that Martin won his last world title. First winning it in 07, then 010, and defending it in 2011 during that same period, 2008, 2009, 2010. Did the hat-trick of World Masters.
140.
100.
And to 82. 116 in the first. Can Martin take out 115 in the second? Well, he can still do it. Treble 20 in tops. Tops he needs.
Game in 3.
Tops he gets. Hold a throw for Martin Adams.
$60.
$180.
And the first 180 goes to Martin in leg number 3.
100.
$100.
57.
63 in front already. On the Aaron Monk throw here in leg 3.
60.
100.
6 darts for Wolfie off of 161.
97.
$54.
64 for Martin. Possible 14 dart leg. 16 and double.
Game in 3.
And the finishing continues. That's a 15 dart break of throw. So the double break for Wolfie, averaging just shy of 94 at the moment.
180.
And is yet to miss a double. That's his second 180.
137.
$140.
Aaron, come on, mate. 100.
Fallon versus Martin to follow.
60.
Outside chance here for Aaron. Needs to fill it. 140 minimum.
Aaron, 81.
Martin's got him on the back foot. Forcing everything.
52.
Yeah, black side of the treble to aim at after that first start was plumb in the middle and under, but just straight into the treble 5.
99.
84 left for Aaron if he gets a go. 50 left, 18 double 16. Not Mr. Double yet.
53.
Oh, this has got to go for Aaron, and the double bonus here, it's a break a throw opportunity. Just one leg could get him right back in the match, but first start possible.
44.
Did a bit of 20, of course. 14 would have left him the ball.
Game in 1.
16 dart, hold of throw. Winning legs. 15, 18, 15 and 16 for Martin. One leg away from the win.
83.
$100.
100.
We are back tomorrow, of course, 10:30 a.m. for the MODUS Icons of Darts Live League Phase 2.
140.
21 matches to bring you tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. So if you are watching via YouTube,
180.
first 180 for Aaron. Make sure you subscribe, hit that alert bell, and we'll notify you as soon as we go live. It's going to be a 180 reply.
140.
Ton 140, 140 for Martin, down to 121. Treble 18 needed for double 12.
98.
So 121 for Martin Adams to win it. 2 bites of the cherry here for a treble. So treble 17 leaves the ball. Ooh. Treble 20 leaves double 16.
49.
Tops for a holder throw for Aaron and his first leg on the board. Double 10.
Game in 2.
That's a tidy 14 dart leg for Aaron. Into the sixth leg, Martin still averaging over 96.
140.
84.
Good last start. It's in again.
100.
Not one for switching around
99.
the board, Martin. He's quite tall, so often looks a blocked dart from our angle. For him, it isn't. Both in.
180.
That's his third. 81 left after 9. 140 ton, 180.
99.
May go 12 ball. He's just checking.
49.
During the past month or so, when he's been on those shots, he's played super aggressive. Normally going for it on every occasion.
140.
Well, if that's his last throw, it's a good one. Double 8 for a 5-1 win.
Game in 2.
And in it goes, and a very, very solid performance there from Martin Adams. 96 average, 3 180s, 2 ton plus finishes. He'll hope to continue that in the very next match, where he's up against Fallon Sherrock.
Well, everyone, welcome back. Game number 2 almost upon us, and it is the Queen of the Palace against the Wolf, Martin Adams. These two have had some battles, and we've said it before, and we'll say it again. The pace of this game suits Fallon Sherrock down to the ground.
Yeah, a record against him has been phenomenal over the past six weeks or so, including, I think, a run of 4 where she was unbeaten against Martin. He's sort of turned that around since then. I think he then won 3 on the spin against Fallon. Yeah, this is a real tough one to call. I think the advantage with Martin having played a game already will be huge in this one.
Yeah, definitely. I think the ball was huge in this game as well, because I don't see too many breaks, throws, both very strong on their own throws. So the ball, so important in this game for me.
Yeah, I think with Fallon, I think her 180 stats are a little bit better than Martin's, as in 180s per legs played. And she always seems to just find a 180. And once she finds the first one, there's a succession of them that follow over the next 4 or 5 legs. 180s are going to be key. I think the break of throw, there will be a break of throw in this one, and it'll be massive. And like you say, it'll be down to a big finish. And the big finishes tend to come from Fallon. I think we might see a surprise here, and I think Fallon might win this one around about 5-3. I think if she wins the ball, break a throw, gives herself a little bit of breathing space, I think she'll then blossom during the match. And yeah, I'm going to go for a bit of an upset, especially the way Martin's been playing. But Fallon last week did have some spells of incredible form, so I'm gonna probably go against the grain, and I think Fallon might just win this one 5-3, 5-4.
I'm with you. I'm going for a Queen victory as well in this one. Like you said, I just think there'll be a big 3-figure finish, which will be the difference.
Totally agree.
It can be a great game. I'm going to take you live to the action now.
And welcome back to the MODUS Champions Series Super Sunday. A little special for you, all brought to you in association with Red Dragon. This one, Fallon Sherrock up against Martin Adams.
Outside.
Fallon wins the ball. These two have had some absolute crackers in recent weeks,
83.
including a run in the Icons of Darts Live League. Saw Fallon win 4 on the spin against Martin.
140.
Bit of an advantage here. This is Martin's second game. He played in match number 1 against Aaron Monk.
56.
Very impressive. He was too. 97.8 average, winning legs of 15, 18, 15, 16 and 14. 3 180s, 5 out of 8 on his doubles, 62.5%.
60.
This could be a tough opener.
140.
Both in.
125.
Already pressure on Fallon's throw in leg 1.
96.
100.
5.
So 76 for Martin for a break of throw. 16 and tops.
Oh.
I think that leaves double 12.
24.
52 scored, 24 left.
52.
So 81 for a holder throw for Fallon. 16 in the ball.
81 in 3.
She finds the ball.
Oh, 41.
These two did meet 2 weeks ago in our Champions Series. Martin winning 5-2 with a 97.04 average. Fallon, very respectable 91.74. Only 2 out of 10 on her doubles. 83% for Martin, 5 from 6.
140.
And only the 180. And that was to Martin. None for Fallon, where we've seen in the past couple of weeks, Fallon's been
58.
rattling in the 180s.
$36.
Both in.
180.
There you go. Mystic Mason at his best.
$137.
Following this one, Phil Taylor versus Aaron Monk. They last played at the 2016 UK Open. More on that a little bit later. 128.
128.
So pressure on this 52 for Martin to hold. Double 16. 1 dart left, double 8.
44.
It's a double 8 for a breaker throw and a 2-0 lead.
16 in 1. One, 3, 7.
Here comes Wolfie.
140.
59.
60.
96.
92 points is the lead. 137.59.96 for Fallon. Martin 140.60.
100.
And a ton down to 201. Such a relaxed action. Fallon Sherrock looks comfortable in everything that she does on that dartboard.
24.
What's scary is she just seems to be improving. Double 16 for 3-0.
37.
No finish for Martin.
137.
There is now tops just in case.
32 and 2.
That's a 17 dart holder throw for Fallon. 3-0 lead. A nice smile from Morphy. Both in.
140.
68.
140.
Back to back 140s for Martin.
40.
100.
140, 140 ton down to 121. Possible 12 dart lag.
59.
57.
Down to 64 after 12.
94.
1 leaves the double.
32.
41.
So
Game it
double 16. 16 dart hold
There you
throw. And Martin's first leg on the board. Fallon still needs
140.
2 legs to win it, of course. So it's far from over.
$125.
Good reply.
140.
Fallon's turn for back-to-back 140s.
60.
140.
Make that 3 140s. 81 left after 9. That's to fill it to leave a finish.
140.
So 6 darts at the 81 for Fallon. Goes that way because her favourite double, of course, is double 18. Which we've seen so many times hit under pressure at the World Championships.
83.
Double 18 for 4-1, double 9.
36 and 2.
And that's a 14 dart hold from Fallon.
Welcome.
Winning legs of 18, 16, 17 and 14.
Ooh. 97.
A rare switch from Morphy.
59.
So Martin has to win every leg from here.
140.
60.
60.
96.
Looking in a good spot to get one leg back. Fills it, needs double 12.
180.
Martin's first 180 of the match, one apiece now.
58.
18.
34.
Bottom of the board. Should be able to lay on top of that one.
Game in 2. Thank you.
17 dart hold for Martin. Great 60 from Fallon, as you can see all across the top wire. Gives Wolfie a bit of a chance.
140.
137.
Great cover shot again, picking off the treble 19.
100.
134.
Again, finding that treble 19 with relative ease. Martin needs at least one treble, which he gets to get himself down to a finish.
100.
2 would have been a bonus, but 170 can't be done now. Great cover shooting again. 161 then. Could be a match saver this. Treble 17 and ball.
97.
20 double 18. 16 tops.
56.
64. 140 ton 97. Been a tidy leg from Martin. Fallon has had one match start.
Game in 3.
Martin produces a 15 dart break of throw to close the gap to just one now. Fallon will be fully aware, of course, that
59.
she does have the darts, if needed, in the deciding leg of the match.
Um, 77.
Both in.
140.
60.
1
60.
100.
Only 22 behind Martin. That's really awkward. You've got the left-hand side to aim at. He's gone over the top.
100.
Down to a finish, 142. So 6 darts at that finish of 142. Fallon can't leave.
40.
Finish now. Could well be going to a decider.
$84.
He's 58 after 15.
98.
18 tops for Martin for 4-4.
Game in 3.
That's the hold. So we do go to a final leg. Fallon finds the red bit twice.
140.
Instant pressure on Martin.
60.
Already 80 points in front plus these.
100.
Finds the treble 20 with her final dart. 180 in front.
100.
131.
Super shot to leave 130. Martin can't leave a finish now. 6 darts at 130.
41.
Very good. 5-4 win. Needs the ball.
130 and 3.
And hits the ball and finishes off really, really strong. 140 ton, 131, 130 on the ball for a 12 darter. Coming up next, the governor, Phil Taylor, in action against Aaron Monk.
Well, welcome back. Game number 3 on the horizon, and the governor enters the stage as he plays Aaron Monk, and I can't wait for this game. I remember a game back at the UK Open between these two, probably might have been Phil's last UK Open, might have been, or the one before, but for the first session and a bit, Aaron had Phil on the ropes here, and this was what we were saying about Aaron's ability. I can't wait for this game.
Yeah, and again, like Martin, he would have already had a game, so it's a big advantage here for Aaron. Not that tends to matter against Phil. We've seen him come out of the blocks when he played one of his guest appearances. I think it was against Vessel Neumann. It was the first game on an evening session. He did lose the match, but Vessel Neumann did average 111. I think Phil was around 105, 106.
Yeah.
It won't be as big as an advantage as it will be over the players, but it will give Aaron a chance. If Aaron does come out and win his first game, I think he could win this one.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think, arguably, this is one of the ones that's going to go under the radar. It's one of the games of the day for me, and I can't wait. I think both will average over 100 in this game. I just think it's got special written all over it.
Yeah, I think if Aaron wins his first game, he literally lives on confidence. You know, and if things are going well for him, he tends to just get better and better and better as the day or the evening, whichever session he's been playing in, progresses. And I think he'll be up for playing Phil. I think, you know, he's one of them kind of guys that, even though Phil is well retired, it's still a sculpt for these guys and still an opportunity to play a living legend. It's hard to back against Phil in this one. And I'm not gonna, but I think it's going to be close. I think it could be 5-4.
Yeah, I think we might have a cheeky ball on a 1-2-1 from Phil to win it by the narrowest of margins.
Absolutely.
Well, everyone, across to the stage we go now for all the action.
And welcome back to the MODUS Champions Series Sunday Special, brought to you in association with Red Dragon. The governor, Phil Taylor, up against Aaron Monk. First game of the day for Phil. Aaron's played one already, of course. First match against Martin Adams. Averaged 91.64, won 180. Phil for the ball.
Outside.
Outside. Bullseye.
That's the ball for Aaron.
25 on the way.
So.
These two last met in the 2016 UK Open.
140.
And in the first, well, at least half of the match, Aaron was right in it, but still ended up running out a 9-5 winner. Met back in before that, both in 2011.
140.
In April and May, in UK Open qualifiers, first rounds, Phil winning 6-0 and 6-2.
140.
60, I think. 60, yep, 60.
Uses the ball there, the 25. Leaves 96, so a 2-darter.
Ooh. 105, yeah.
81 left.
105.
To leave 56. Trouble 20. Needed the trouble. May go double.
Yes, you will.
Went for double 18 for tops. So 56 needed for Phil. Tops.
Game. 2 darts.
Tops he gets. 14 dart. Break of throw. Needed a good start, did Aaron.
Ooh. 46.
So, a chance with a big score to get a lead at the very start of the leg.
95.
Try and nick the throwback.
46. 455. $140. I'll pull that out so you can.
In his matches 2 weeks ago when Phil took part in the Champions Series.
81.
Beat Anastasia Dobromoslova 5-1 with a 98.04 average. Then had that 110.86 5-3 win over Martin.
134.
And then averaged 96.05 against Fallon.
It's 123.
Unlucky, pal. Ready? 93. Can't run up anymore. 90.
To leave 88. 202 for Aaron.
What's that? 105.
Oh, 2.8. Come on, the fella.
Trouble 20, double 14. There's one part of it.
Oh, on the wire. 60.
So 97 for Aaron to break back. Treble 19 for tops. 78 left.
Oh, Aaron.
Went for the double 19 tops.
Oh, dear.
Unlucky, pal.
Don't think he'll get another go.
Ooh, big 14 that is, pal. That's a bottle job. No, 14. Feel.
Tops for Aaron. For a break straight back.
Oh, dearie me. No score.
Should use that as a marker. He's got 2 now.
Game in 3.
Aaron straight back on against Fallon Sherrock in our next match.
99.
must-win leg for Aaron, this one.
137.
Oh, good. 59.
Oh, Aaron. 100.
100.
First dart was a bit
4.343. I need a big in here.
low in the treble with his first dart, making it a little awkward. That's in. That's perfect.
Oops a daisy. 180.
Oh, Aaron. 59. One he's done me.
How many? 59.
No finish for Phil, of course, but no doubt we'll leave it close-ish.
65.
So 105 for Aaron to get himself into the match. He wants the ball. He's gone ball 5 ball. Filth.
80 scored.
You got ball 5 ball? I did try that, yeah. You're going to suffer now, Reggie. Trust me. 98. Oh dear.
78.
No. 58. Ah!
Turning into an attempt at exhibition shots.
Oh dear.
And that's a 14. That leaves 11. 3-4-4.
Oh, Aaron, you are absolutely pony. 21.
Tops for Taylor.
Oh,
3
Aaron.
now.
Game in 1. Wait till Andy Jenkins watches this. Oh!
Oh, 3-0.
Big one. Oh, 22.
$100.
Plum in the middle. Just took a deflection.
101. 101.
Again, low for Aaron. Sign he's just
100.
trying that little bit too hard. This type of throw relies on a nice soft grip.
1 second, 38, 45.
A nice bit of fluidity.
125.
If he feels it, he leaves a finish.
140.
So 6 darts at 176 for Aaron. That's a better dart for him.
100.
What are we on here? 76. Put him under pressure, eh?
Interesting listening to Phil's
140.
and his mindset. Going to get 1 dart at tops.
Game of 3.
That's a solid 15.
Here we go. Game on, son. Game on.
Solid 15 dart break of throw for Aaron.
And my throw.
Sure is.
Keep up. Oh, 100. Last time treble 20 ever done.
Aaron trying to talk himself into a bit of form.
121.
$139.
Pace beginning to pick up. Both in.
180.
Second 180 of the match for Phil Taylor.
92.
That leaves 170. 121, 180 for Phil.
Ooh. 47.
Ooh.
Hey, Phil, watch this. Phil, watch this. 170. Watch this. One. Ah, you got 82. I think you have another front.
Siren. You watching?
Sure if treble
You
19.
lucky boy.
Have you seen
Hey,
Aaron's
93.
1-4-1 out against Paul Nicholson?
Come on, one shot.
Not last week, the week before. He went treble 17, top some ball to win the match.
20.
I think Paul called it filth.
Oh! No, it's not.
No, it's not. 25 left, but let me see this. Not in trouble. Big 20. Oh, into Reg. Look at
That's
them monsters.
14 dart, break a throw to lead 4-1.
What's the score? What's the score? It's 2-0. It's 2-0. You got the throw.
First one's in.
I'm not sure on that one, pal. Oh, 140. 140.
Watch this one.
I think we need a commentator for this.
No, it's a ton.
You're a machine. Oh, and a monk. 100.
Talking machines,
Treble
of
20
course. It
again,
was
first up.
10 years ago that
Treble 20 second up.
Phil Taylor hit the two
Yeah, take the other one off.
the 2 9-darters in the one match against the machine James Wade.
Just on the way.
Played next day, of course, after a Power Cup.
95.
Last start, is he? Okay, 166. Oh no, I'm gone.
Six darts.
45, just to give
That
you a
one,
chance.
66.
And now, the end is near. 6 stars you got, that's it. And Aaron faces his final curtain. Oh, 98.
Oh, treble 20. Treble 20.
Finish the match on a high.
1-2-1.
So
110, 20, 24. What was wrong with Ball Temple? What are you going to do? Don't not go treble 20. You boring. I can't believe you've gone treble 20. I don't bloody believe it. Double 2. you. 64.
Treble 20 ball.
Watch this though, top sport.
Tops ball.
No, do I need top sport? Yeah, top sport. Oh, it's only in. Oh, hey Phil, have a look. Have a look at this. I need bullseye last start. Have a look. I won't throw it unless you're looking.
And he's hit it.
What's some of that, son? I've only gone in nuts at it. Hey, my throw. Crowd's gone absolutely wild.
Might find himself on the end of one this leg.
39.
Expect the backlash. One treble 19.
Oh, rubbish. 134.
122.
Subject 84. You make the game interesting.
Needs a treble.
100. I just hit tons. I'm just a ton man, mate.
So 140. Ideally 180 here.
Treble 20.
That's perfect. Sat up right in the middle.
Oh, Aaron again. 100. Oh, I thought it was first.
21, 180. Oh, 58.
So still a chance. 125. It's a exhibition shot left for Phil.
Treble 20.
Tops.
Oh, he's looked at tops. 100.
100. 100. You got 125. I don't think you got it. You never guess where it first started, Barry.
Once tops.
Hey, we wanna be together.
I think it's a. Oh, I don't know what it is. It's either. Yeah, it's 25 tops. Oh, it was a 15.
25.
So tops for 4-3.
Oh, get in there, boysy. Game into.
Oh, it's a hold a throw for Aaron. And back to 4-3. That's in.
Oh. 100.
$135.
So we close in towards the winning line.
47.
Step on it.
Banter has stopped.
Yes, treble 20. Treble 20. Oh, he's relentless. 180.
His first 180 of the match. What a time to get it.
What's a drugs test? 60. On me.
Only a monk can lose a leg for me.
135 followed by a 180 down to 186 after 6.
59.
You need Jesus. 1 second. 100.
100. Treble 19
Have a look at the
leaves
ball,
leaves the ball.
Oh, 102.
Unlucky.
He'll be back.
Away up. What do you got? What do you got here? 2 treble 20s. 2 treble 20. And a treble 14. 2 treble 20s and a treble 14 is 162.
Pressure.
Get a shot at it, but it does.
Pressure all of a sudden on this 25. Made sure of the 9.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've only get it in 2. I've only hit a double. Get in. It's all the way. It's
14 dart, break of throw. And Aaron has the throw in the final leg. That's 80.
100.
Ton for Phil. 4 apiece. Ton apiece. 401 each.
Oh, Aaron. 86.
Ooh, how many? 100.
Well, that's the best 45 you've ever seen. 45.
So big chance for Phil to punish. Oh, it's not a nice lie for him.
136.
He's left that 165 probably more than any player. Can Aaron
100.
find the turn to leave 170?
Oh dear.
85 left.
105.
To leave 60. So there's 170.
Phil, zoom in on that treble 20 and ball. Have a look. Have a look. That's in.
It's
That's
not.
in. Oh, 105.
Turn 136, 105 for Phil in this deciding leg. 20 and tops. 1 dart left.
Oh, 20.
Phil, you realise what you've just done? You've got the monk a shot at 65. It only goes one way from here.
25 for tops. Probably goes in the ball.
There's 25. He wants tops. I'm going to take a little breather. I just don't know if I want to go left or right or middle. I don't know what I want to do, but I'm just going to go for it. He decided to go above and below. Idiot.
So tops for Phil.
Yeah.
Thought he was going to do it on one knee then. Tens. Ooh, double 5.
Oh, game.
Well, a great match played in great spirit with Phil taking out double 5 with his final dart to win it 5-4. Aaron will be staying back on and he's up against Fallon Sherrock.
Well, here we are, game number 4. Fallon Sherrock returns and she plays Aaron Monk, who stays on to play 2 in a row. And this could be quite crucial, I think. The fact that Aaron just played, quick turnaround for him. He'll be loose, he'll be warm. This could be a tough one for Fallon.
Yeah, I think she will find this one tough. And again, the tempo is going to suit Aaron, and it will suit Fallon, of course. Start is going to be huge in a race to 5 legs, of course. Depending on Aaron and his performance against Phil in the last match, will have a huge bearing on this one.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. Sets the juices flowing. Again, tough to call. But for me, Aaron just nicks this one in a close tie against the Queen of the Palace. Well, we're going to head over to the stage in a minute, Mace. Before we go, what are you going for?
I'm going to go for Aaron 5-3.
There's Mace's predictions. We're agreeing. Right, across the stage we go.
And welcome back to the MODUS Champion Series and a special Sunday edition for you, brought to you in association with Red Dragon. That was a really entertaining game in the last one between Aaron and Phil, with Phil eventually running out a 5-4 winner, but there were some great moments in it. Played in great spirit. But this one is Aaron back in action up against Fallon Sherrock.
All best, Fallon.
Aaron has won the ball.
43.
Fallon won her last game out against Martin Adams, 5-4, winning it in 12 darts and a 130 finish on the ball. 140, Tom 131, and out. Following this one is Phil Taylor back in action against Martin Adams. Expect a fair bit of chat in that one as well.
135.
Gets her back into the leg at 177 for Aaron.
137.
Leaves tops. Just in case.
Game in 1.
That's a comfortable hold of throw in 16 darts. Both world youth champions. Fallon, the girls World Masters
99.
champion in 2012, and Aaron, the PDC World Youth Champion in 2011.
134.
Both know each other very well.
59.
Superstar to leg 2 for Fallon, 140 followed by 134.
91.
140.
6 darts at 136 for Fallon. Double 8.
120.
That would have been for a 12 darter.
99.
So double 8. Double 4. Likes this side of the board. Double 18 her favourite double.
15 in 3.
And out she goes for a 15 darter hold. 16 in the first for Aaron, 15 for Fallon in leg 2. I expect a 14 darter this time, please.
94.
Fallon was 50% on her doubles in that match against Martin. 5 from 10.
We're in 44.
Both in.
140.
Bit of pressure on Aaron's throw here. Responding well.
140.
100.
Could have done with picking up another treble there to leave herself a finish. They're both in.
Oh my God. 125.
Down to 98 after 12.
60.
Treble 20. Oh, that would have been for 14.
16 left.
Squirtle the dog coming out in support for Fallon.
7.
So double 8. Well, considering she likes the double 4 side, may go 9,
3.
and she's taking it out.
$97.
100.
60.
44.
60.
Giving Aaron a chance to break back.
She could not score. 100.
96.
Down to 188.
93.
Leaves 164.
58.
Well, she knows how to take 130 out.
Uh, 138.
Needs the trouble. Has to move.
58.
So double 13 for Aaron to break back.
Game in 2.
And he breaks back. 2-2.
57. Uh, 140.
Um, 43.
God, 120.
Unfortunate bounce out.
140.
Oh, good dial. Tops left, 64.
Tops after 12 for Aaron. 137, 140, 120 and 64.
59.
So tops for 3 to lead.
Game of 1.
That's the best leg of the match so far. 13 darter for Aaron.
Forty-three.
100.
58.
140.
60.
Last week in the Icons of Darts, Fallon topped the table in the 180s, hitting
118.
hitting 34. Boris Koltsov second place on 30. 34 180s in 106 legs.
58. One trouble, please.
Trouble 17 for double 16. 66 left.
16 left. 127.
Correct. Back to back 13
140.
leg possibility here.
Oh, God, have you seen anything like that? 5 left. Game of 3.
And it's a 15. And a breaker throw. So now throws to the match. Fallon's average for the week over 18 matches, 88.22.
100.
Martin Adams for the week, 94.65.
97.
Impressive stats.
Uh, 60.
121.
99.
100.
140.
Down to 102. Both in, treble 13.
133.
So 102 for Aaron. Once double 16.
Oh, 70.
So 50 for Fallon. Double 16. One dart left.
16 minutes.
Game in 3.
And Aaron gets his first and only win on the day, defeating Fallon Sherrock there, 5 legs to 2. Up next, Phil Taylor versus Martin Adams.
Well, here we are, game number 5 and the business end of the tournament. World champions and legends of the sport collide as Phil Taylor takes on Martin Adams. Good friends off the hockey, competitors on it. This is going to be absolutely barnstorming, isn't it?
It was half as good as their match last Sunday. We're in for an absolute treat because, you know, the early stages, well, all the way through to the end, Martin missed a few crucial doubles to take us to a decider. Up until that point, both of them averaging well into the hundreds. 180s all over the shop. It was really, really special. And the way Martin's been playing this week, I think we might get a carbon copy of last Sunday's thriller, and I'm looking forward to it. Phil's will be up to speed by now. I've already played a match or two. So has Martin. So they'll be at their pump for this one, and I'm just going to go 5-4 Phil.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go 5-4. I'm going to go the Wolf to Nicky.
Controversial.
Just on what I've seen this week, I think he's been absolutely sublime, and I think that form may just get him over the line. But coin toss of a game.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and again, start will be massive for Wolfie. If Phil gets off to a big start and Wolfie starts a little bit tentatively, then Phil could steamroller him. But fingers crossed, he's going to be as good as last week. So I'm going Phil 5-4.
Well, we can't wait. We're going to head over to the stage now. Mace, you're going to call this one in, and I know you can't wait. We'll see you all on the stage shortly.
And welcome back to the MODUS Champions Series Sunday Special, brought to you in association with Red Dragon. And this one features Phil Taylor versus Martin Adams. 2 weeks ago, they had an absolute cracker. Phil running out the winner. 5-3, averaging 110.86, full 180s, 3 for Martin. Martin averaged 96.11.
25.
Let's have more of the same.
25. Outside.
So that should mean Phil through first, and it does.
Good game, Mark. Good game, buddy. Yeah, all the best, mate. Have a good one, Phil. Game on.
This one will be played a little bit more serious than Aaron and Phil.
93.
Massive amount of respect between the two. And both just would love beating each other.
60. $100.
Back-to-back tons for Martin.
99 with a flake.
$100.
3 straight tons. Martin's checkout stats in the Phase 2 Icons of Darts. Last week, played 3 matches. 3 days, 18 matches played, over 40% on his doubles, 63 from 157 attempts.
68.
His overall average over those 18 matches, 94.65.
Ooh. 100.
133 then for Martin. Can't do it now.
Ah, 47.
Oh dear. A minute. 14.
14. 37.
37. Wow. Ah, 19. Absolute ridiculous. Sorry.
86 for Martin. Trouble.
Window of opportunity.
Yeah, you won't get too many. 18 for the ball. Treble 18 leaves double 7.
Game in 3.
Martin takes advantage. 18 dart break of throw.
I've got a bit of luck there, Phil. Double 7.
28 180s over 3 days last week for Martin. So his form is good. And like I said, he had
81.
4 averages. Over a ton yesterday.
95.
In fact, it wasn't yesterday, was it? It was
125.
Friday. Martin plays Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
100.
137.
Yeah, pal. Ooh. 59. Rubbish.
On 58 for Martin. 6 starts at it for
100.
a 2-0 lead. Steady turn leaves him 58. Been a good leg for Wolfie. 81 125 137 and a ton.
100.
18 tops to double his lead.
Oh, that's a good 36 anyway.
Pushed it wide. Double 11.
That's game in 2.
That'll do.
Good shot, mate.
14 dart hold.
Alright, no worries. My darts, yeah.
Following this one, our final match, Fallon against Phil.
83.
41.
40.
45.
83 again. 83.
Strange leg for Martin here. 41, 45, 59. A look of confusion written across his face.
100.
Phil, 83, 40, 83 ton. And 140 here from Wolfie. Would get him back in the leg.
60.
Hmm.
$87.
$59.
So 108 for Phil. Treble 20 for double 14. 68 left. May go treble 12 if the treble 20 is blocked out.
56.
He went for treble 16 for double 10. Oh, there it is, Martin.
$135.
Double 16 for Phil.
20.
So this would be an absolute steal and a 3-0 lead. Double 16.
Game in 3.
Wow. Phil apologising, not sure what for or who to.
$100.
$123.
Martin, 3 from 3 on his doubles. 100% at the moment.
60.
Neither of it a 180 or a 140. Cancel that.
180.
Right on cue. That's in. Maybe like buses. Not had one for 3 legs.
135.
And we nearly had 2 in 2 throws. That's 80.
90.
So a ton left for Phil after just 9 darts. Possible 11 dart leg.
$60.
Treble 20, double top for Phil. That's the first part.
Game in 3.
And that's a 12 dart leg
I'm back.
for Phil. And a break of throw. That'll make him feel a lot happier. Best of 9, as all the matches are today. First to 5. Our first match, Martin beat Aaron 5-1. And Fallon beat Martin 5-4. Phil beat Aaron 5-4. Aaron in his final match beat Fallon 5-2. And then after this one, Phil versus Fallon.
101. Treble 7.
Just next door to the treble 19.
60.
$134.
Great stuff. Last two legs from Phil Taylor. 12 darter in leg 4. Leg 5, 140, 101,
30.
134, 126 left. Treble 19 leaves the ball.
58.
Well, 134.
68 left for Phil. Treble 20 double 4. There's the treble 20.
Oh, 64.
So 152 for Martin. 2 treble 20s, double 16. This would hurt. Ooh. That was sat high and in the middle there. He'd be disappointed. He was begging to be hit. Double 1.
Oh, no score. No score.
So 20 and tops for Martin for full 1.
I didn't want that.
Oh, the last time you hit a double going for a single, you hit the double 18 and double 11.
40.
Game in 1.
That's a holder throw in 19 darts.
$100.
Oh, 95. Last dart, Taylor.
Yeah, one thing, if Fallon's watching this, you'll certainly fancy the job against Phil.
43.
Incredible the routine he goes through, the manner in which he walks to the hockey, sets his feet.
95. Oh.
Still exactly the same as back in the day. It's almost, well, it is, I suppose, drummed into him.
55.
Done it so often, second nature.
58.
Martin's throw seriously under threat.
60.
Won the first 3 in 18, 14 and 21. Third leg took out the
26.
102 after Phil squandered plenty of opportunities at doubles. He's just can't find his scoring the last
134.
3 legs. That's better and needed. So 108 for Martin. 16 for double 16.
Ooh. 92.
So 121 to win 3 legs on the spin. 128. Needed the second treble 18 for double 10.
Game in 1.
Let's see. 19 dart hold of throw for Martin. Just needs the 1 leg for the win.
60.
$100.
95.
$60.
Phil has to win all of the 3 remaining legs.
59.
85.
Come on. 100.
Martin still in with a chance. No finish for Phil. Down to 187. Normally with a dart like that, it's at least a 140.
140.
So down to 116.
No. 58. Nope.
And no real pressure. So 116 for a 5-2 win. 16 for tops.
Oh, that's a good 8. Oh, we got 84.
Good
So 129. This will be a match saver. Double 20 and ball.
No. 64, mate.
So double 16 for Martin for a 5-2 win.
Game in 2.
Well, neither anywhere near their best there, but for some reason it's just still great to watch, of course. Phil will be staying on. This time he's up against Fallon Sherrock in our final game.
final game of the afternoon. And wow, I can't wait. These two always deliver for us. This was an absolute classic 2 weeks ago. It is the governor, Phil Taylor, against the darting sensation that is Fallon Sherrock. Worlds collide, generations collide, and this is going to be amazing.
Yeah, and Phil, I think Phil really is really impressed with Fallon, as you can tell when they have a chat. And the stuff we hear behind the scenes, he's always encouraging her, he's always giving her little bits of advice. And I think he really likes her. And I'm not sure he takes his foot off the gas, but I think he starts off sort of friendly and then he starts to take things serious as the match progresses. And especially having played her a couple of times now, he'll realise what he's up against. She's took out some monstrous shots against him. She's hit some huge scores in succession against him. And I think this one he'll take a little bit more seriously than the previous ones, because she is a genuine threat, and it's a final game. Both would have played matches. Both will be right up to speed in terms of their preparation and how they feel about their practices gone building up to this one. I got a feeling Phil will be really up for this.
Yeah, I mean, it takes me back to, I think it was Phil's first guest appearance that he did for us. And I believe he declined the dart at the ball and set up, and Fallon popped out a 3-figure one, and he was like, "Oh!" And I think that was the moment that Phil was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I think I don't know why it might have been 1-5-2 or 1-2-2.
It was something along those lines, wasn't it? That Phil set it up instead of going for the ball, and he was like, "Oh, hang on a minute."
Where did that come from? And then I think she then followed it in at 1-7-7 or something like that. It was a great performance. At this stage, I think he had a little bit of a lead on her and was starting to just dominate a little bit. But yeah, he will be fully aware of what he's up against now. It won't be, oh, well, I'm just playing Fallon, it'll be okay. And I think he likes her a lot too. So he'll give her plenty of respect, but not too much this time.
I can't wait for the final game of the afternoon, Mace. Where you going? Where's your 10p's worth?
I'm going to go Taylor 5-3.
I'm going to go Taylor 5-4. I think it's going to be close, but I can't wait. Well, for the final time today, we're going to head over to the stage to see the players getting ready. Mace off to the commentary box, and we can't wait for this one.
She's moaning again.
And welcome back to the MODUS Champions Series. Our final match, all brought to you in association with Red Dragon. Fallon Sherrock up against Phil Taylor.
Played that way, Mardell. No, I wasn't. I wasn't that bad. Sorry. I wasn't that bad.
I think Phil's given me a bit of abuse. No change there. Final couple of practice darts and they will be pulling up. Best of 9, first to 5. Phil losing his last match out against Martin Adams, 5-2, neither anywhere near their best. Certainly wasn't anything like the match they had 2 weeks ago. He did win his opening match 5-4 against Aaron Monk. Fallon lost her opener. Won her opening match against Martin Adams 5-4 and then lost to Aaron 5-2. Fallon wins the throw and we'll start.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
Oh, so shall I put that back in? Shall I put that back in?
little bit of confusion over who won the ball, but Fallon definitely won the ball. When they met 2 weeks ago, Phil won 5-3, averaging 96.05. Fallon 91.12. 318 is to Phil, 1 to Fallon. High finishes 104 for Fallon, 105 for Phil. Phil 45.45 on his doubles, 5 out of 11. 27.27% for Fallon, 3 from 11. She missed a couple of key doubles to have made that one a little bit closer.
59. One, three, four.
Does leave a finish of 167.
Oh dear. 44. Absolute.
These two, a week or so ago, were involved in an absolute thriller on the Target Nexus board.
Five.
If you've not seen it, the conclusion of this match, have a look for it on YouTube. It's absolutely incredible. 18 for Phil, leaves tops. So 72 for Fallon for 1-0. Double 18. Double 9.
72 and 3.
And takes it out. 18 dart holder throw.
$140. Yep.
81.
60.
60.
100.
40, 60 and a ton for Phil, down to 201.
140.
Fallon 81, 60, 140, down to 220. May go for the ball.
130.
And does, and finds the ball to leave 71 after 12. So
60.
leaves 160. Treble 13 for double 16.
Game in 3.
And that's a 15 dart hold of throw for Phil.
140.
Great dart. $180.
Great reply from Phil, and his first 180 of the match.
59. 99.
Ah. 137.
92.
60.
The break of throw opportunity is still there for Phil. No finish for Fallon. This one's 210.
100.
Now needs 110. Phil, 180, 137, 60 to leave 124. 14 and bull.
Oh, no. 80.
110 to hold throw.
Um, 70.
Correct.
Me adding up.
Double 16.
Game in 2. Sorry.
And that's a 14 dart break of throw for Phil.
Yep, there you go. Ooh. 100.
100.
57.
100.
Doing her best to try and get the break straight back.
60.
140.
Down to a finish first, down to 161.
45.
83.
2-3 now. I need a biggie.
78 left after 12 for Fallon. 2 tons of 140 and 83.
140.
78 and 2.
54, 24, 14 dart break straight back for Fallon.
140.
It's starting to go through the gears now.
140.
60.
99.
Phil Taylor averaging 97.11. Fallon 92.49.
That's it.
Perfectly poised 2-2. They're both in.
180.
Second 180 for Phil, down to 82 after 9.
97.
82.
17 leaves tops for a 12.
Game at 3.
That is a 12.
Oh, that's whacking it.
Legs so far, 18 for Fallon to hold, then a 15 from Phil, a 14 break of throw for Phil, a 14 break of throw for Fallon, and that was a 12 dart break of throw for Phil. Super standard.
100. $136.
1, 2, 3.
No, 60.
1, 3, 4.
205. Oh, 89. 89, yeah.
And a good response from Fallon. 59, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4.
59.
I can't find the treble. 19 on a cover. So 116 for Phil. 4-2.
Oh dear. 51, 56. Yes.
Single 19 leaves the ball. Wants the ball. Oh,
101.
just misses the ball. That would have been
Missed the ball.
for a break of throw.
Good job. Oh, game at 1. Thank God for
That's
that.
a 16 dart hold of throw for Phil Taylor. 2 breaks a throw, 2 holds a throw.
No, drop me dart up. 1 second. Oh, 135.
180.
And the first 180 for Fallon.
100. Yep.
100.
Brilliant turn from Fallon. Literally all over the treble 20 there. Unlucky just to get the 1. Phil needs a treble to leave a
96.
finish, and he's left 170.
Oh.
He wanted it.
Round monk. 105.
So 116 for Fallon. Tops. top she gets, and it's a 116 hold of throw.
Wow. And another wow after that.
So 15 darter. Phil was on 65 for the win.
140.
Oh, 47.
92.91 average for Fallon, 101.26
Oh,
for
85.
Phil.
Ah.
One, three, four.
Fallon.
Thank you.
41.
Only 41.
100.
Down to 220.
Oh.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Phil. This is pressure. Fallon can get the break of throw. She will have the throw in the decider, of course.
100.
Oh, how's your luck?
65.
Oh, what? Brilliant. Brilliant.
Should be going for the ball here, Phil.
Oh, 3.
No.
Saying, yeah, 1, 2, 3.
That leaves double six.
57.
You went for the double 19 then. Bloody hell. Game.
Phil finishes off and finishes the day off with a 5-3 win over Fallon Sherrock. Much more impressive in that one, averaging nearly 100. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. with Boris Koltsov against Justin Smith. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.